My first poem is entitled On Time's Relativity. I stopped a young girl on the street to ask the time of day. She paused and looked at me and said, "I'm sorry, I really can't say." I don't know why, but I somehow checked to see if her wrist was bare. And just as I thought, it naturally was, with no sign of anything there. I inquired as to why she wasn't wearing a watch, expecting a normal reply. But the answer she gave had an outlook on life I had theretofore passed by. My immediate reaction was uncontrollable laughter, which tapered into alarm as I realized the sense of her words. I don't like to wear time on my arm. The purport of her statement left me perplexed and remained with me most of the day, until by that evening I'd come to a decision to give my own wristwatch away. Ironically, too, within just an hour, a stranger accosted me. He asked the hour. I gave my reply, as sincere as any could be. I looked at my wrist, which of course was unadorned, and I know he wondered how I could announce, "It's 1/4 past my metacarpal, sir, and the time is precisely now." This is titled On Being Born. "Who made me, Mommy?" the little one asked, wanting to know his true source. The mother replied in a nonchalant manner, "Why, your mommy and daddy, of course." Wondering perchance if the answer was false, he questioned his father too. "Who made me, Daddy?" the toddler inquired. "Oh, why, son, God in heaven made you." "But that's not what Mommy said," the toddler interjected, giving a curious nod. "She said that she made me with you, Daddy." Well, we did, son, with the help of God." This is entitled On the Battlefield. The carrion of war-torn strife releases yet another life. No longer embittered with senseless rage, the carnage still remains. And drenched in valiant, fresh spilled blood, God's gift called life returns to mud. Anonymous to justification, the battle rages on. For what? For why? For all, for not? Lest reasons, should they be forgot? For tender treasures and gentle pleasures of greed's cruel, covetous course? So strange the riddle of life and death, how in a flash doth succumb breath, in swift succession from pain's last cry to life's last gasp, to nil, whence suddenly there is no more. Where vibrant humanism flourished before, yes, the battle's taken its tidal toll. Its hunger rages on. This is entitled On a Particular Tiger. Poised, relaxed, the tiger yawns. His lazy eyes are dreary, for mid-noon humid summer sun has smote his body weary. He rests content in secret den, a soft lush lair of dirt, and somberly listens to the jungle sounds through a state of semi-alert. His heart is beating oh so slow. Even slower he softly breathes, for he'd spent his morning in active pursuit of a butterfly in the trees. But now he rests to regain his strength and nurses a tired paw, while pleasantly recalling the morning's events and all of the things he saw. This is entitled On the Pointy Finger. The pointy finger will point at you, no matter whatever you happen to do. You can't make it stop. You have no control. for all you can will is your own teeny soul. And except for the discipline created from within, one can barely hope to bear it, let alone attempt a grin. But the point is still coming, and point it still will. For that tireless finger is seeking its thrill. You must armor yourself with a mental defense by being your own person from this moment hence. For you know, if you're tall enough that your feet touch the ground, that your mind can be high enough to see all around. Ignore that pushy finger. It will simply get your point, to aim its pushy swivel toward a different reconnoit. This one's entitled A Poem in a Minor Key. From the lonely depths of searching souls, a metered laugh escaped. Its charm, allure, and cynicism intrigued bystanders of life until they questioned its very presence. But wait, they too yearned to partake, and so they screamed their worthless babblings into recognition, drowning out the metered laughter with jaundiced, jealous, gewgawed tidbits of trivia. And as they did, their useless souls evaporated, shrinking into worthless emptiness, swelling the multitude of original laughter until it became a discordant, deafening siren of shallow applause. This is entitled On One Woman's Escape. I hurl imaginary bottles at imaginary mirrors, a vicarious frustration release. I watch them shatter into an infinity of pieces and thrill to the sound of their tingle. And then they all float by remote control witchcraft, each to its own tiny destiny, until they have silently, gently disappeared into the blackness of space. And each tiny prism, alone and relaxed, becomes what it is to become, as it finds its place in the world of its future, a space in the rainbow of time. This is entitled On Pickpockets. How much more time do I have?
We have about 6 minutes.
Oh, great. On pickpockets. If you must go to work via bus or subway, remember, he does too. Most literally, I must say. Cautious and quick, with precision untold, he'll find your back pocket. Voila, one billfold. 'Cause ever so clever, sans batting a lash, the pickpocket gingerly snatches your cash. Covertly and gently, what's yours becomes his. No difference to him if you're Mr. or Ms. He may cordially greet you a charming "good day" to strike conversation in a most genteel way, while you're unaware, he's lifting your wallet with utmost of care, his specialties handbags, which overwhelm him with pride when the challenge he meets to delve far deep inside. But there are other occasions when his propensity shows through for life's finer things. Then only jewelry will do. Philosophically speaking, he's a most liberal gent, redistributing your wealth before it's been spent. And commuter, my dear, you've been lucky, just plumb, if you've yet to discover his one rule of thumb. What's mine is for me, what's yours is mine too. So guard your things well, whatever you do, for he knows that to him you'd never willingly disperse your valuables or credit cards or money in your purse. So craftily, the pickpocket in stealth works his craft, taking only the best, which includes your last laugh. This is entitled On Psychotic Pain. When does the hurting stop? After a year? 6 months? Death? Does pain have to fall to infinity's realm and tears have to settle for forever? No, the answers are not here. They are hidden, buried, pain-filled shovels, and you cannot find them unless you dig the earth in its entirety. Ring. Oh God, help me flee because even the phone hurts now. This is entitled On Restaurant Flirts. Next booth smiles, smoke sends my way. Glances, flirts, recognition. No temptation, but hopes unfulfilled for the stranger who wants me. Staring and caring, no chance of sharing, never romance. Rings of smoke, they don't count as rings of gold. Disinterested, curious, sufficiently flattered, I see back, contentedly smiling. My last poem that I have is The Storm of Injustice. Rampant inconsistencies, snowflake past my window of the mind. They are as harsh as the guillotine, and finally paint a striking resemblance to Frosty the Snowman as the sunshine emerges. They subtly, silently melt into the pavements of society, unwarranted, incoherently murdering as they drown them. Rampant inconsistencies, unadmitted, ignored, permitted, yet accepted, and finally embraced in their undermining, icy, chilling splendor at its finest worst. Emphatically, the blizzard has been forecast, and in its inevitability, rampant inconsistencies are becoming so dense that the poisoned cumulonimbi begin to swell past my window, and I begin to fear they will smother society in its entirety. Thank you.